Hi, Nancy Spears with Mayor Cory Booker, and today we're talking about a very important topic to your heart, I know, and that is igniting social change through technology.
Yes.
So can you just enlighten us on what you're doing to make a difference and change?
Well, just think about the world 40, 50, 60 years ago when you had these organizers trying to break down barriers of Jim Crow. If they were equipped with the kind of tools that we have now to organize, Facebook, Twitter, powerful things could happen. I mean, look at the revolutions going on in the Middle East, the Arab Spring, and even ways we're organizing here at home. And so this is the great thing that I see in my life, is that I've got tools that my parents and grandparents' generation didn't have, and I could focus them on problems and actually help to ignite all of us to sort of lean in more and be more engaged. So in Newark, whether it's just as simple everyday improvements to one's own neighborhood, crowdsourcing people not just to drive by something and say that's bad, but understanding that every day we all as citizens have a choice to accept things as they are or take responsibility for changing them. And by using social media, more and more people are taking responsibility for changing them. More and more people are taking pictures of the problem and sending it to the administration. Say, hey, we should fix this, or doing things themselves, but doing it through a social media exchange that amplifies those actions and good deeds. So what I'm very excited about is this paradigm of government that used to be government's here and they speak down to the people and you vote or you give us money and we will do. No, this is creating a level playing field where people are sharing information, collaborating, engaging with one another on the common mission of improving our community.
So I think there's never been a better time for people to actually, as they say, be the change they wish to see, right?
Yes.
What is, if you could pick one, what's your biggest passion that you want, the thing you want to see change most?
Well, it's education. I mean, we cannot accept the levels of failure we have in America. And remember, this is a nation that failure is not being first. We're a nation that's used to be first in global education,
right.
First in innovation, first in technology, all of these things that come from making transformative change. There's a pharmaceutical company in my state that told me that they have to get 60% of their biomedical statisticians from overseas because they can't find the talent here to do it. We don't as much have an unemployment problem in America as we have a education and training problem. And so this is a place that demands activism and engagement, and it's often not sexy. It's often doing the important work of engaging with young people. When my father was born in the Deep South to a single mother, very poor, whose mother couldn't take care of him, and everybody in that community rallied around him and got him going in the right direction. Well, here now, we're letting too many of our kids fall through the cracks. We've lost that sense of community engagement. And so we've got to pick that up. Why are there thousands and thousands of kids on the waiting list in America for mentors through organizations like Big Brothers and Big Sisters? It only takes 4 hours a month to mentor a kid, and the data says one kid with a mentor, his juvenile crime goes down, early unsafe sex practices go down, actually his educational achievement goes up immeasurably. And so if we all have this kind of power, why aren't we using it? And we're often getting caught up in what I call a state of sedentary agitation. When we're so upset about what's going on in the world, but we're failing to get up and do something about it.
Right.
And we allow our inability to do everything to undermine our determination just to do something. Well, if everybody did something, got involved in one kid's life, like those people who got involved in my dad's life when he was a kid,
right.
You can create generational change. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that conspiracy of love, of people coming together to insist upon the empowerment of a child. And so we've got to repeat that, because all of us, you and I both, drank deeply from wells of freedom and liberty that we didn't dig.
Right,
Generations
right.
before us did. And so we've got to be able to dig those same wells of opportunity for the next generation through our activism, through our engagement, and through using the new creative tools we have in the 21st century.
I think it's absolutely essential, everything you said. I'm a believer.
All right.
You mentioned the pharmaceutical company in New Jersey. Well, New Jersey actually has a lot of, it's home to a lot of major corporations.
Yes.
We're sitting here in the Samsung Lounge at South by Southwest.
Which is based in New Jersey.
It's based in New Jersey, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, and they're helping with corporate responsibility through technology, obviously.
Yes.
Can you give us some other examples of how companies and corporations can also get behind?
I'll stick with just education in my city. We have so many great dynamic partnerships with private sector in order to get resources, training, consulting, philanthropy, all helping to change our schools in very substantive ways. From the big Facebook grant we got recently from Mark Zuckerberg, who really believed in this change, a guy from private industry helping us out, to local foundations that are in there with our kids, working on early childhood development issues and the like. So all of us, education is not somebody else's responsibility. It's all of our collective responsibility. It's not enough to say I paid my taxes so you educate our kids. That's not going to get us there. And by the way, that's not the attitude people had back in World War II when they were storming beaches. Hey, I paid my taxes. I don't have to do anything else. No, we all have to lean in. We all have to make a little bit of a sacrifice. And the great thing about education is we make a little bit of sacrifice. There's huge returns for us all as a society.
Well, keep up the good work. You're making headway, major
Thank you.
headway.
Thank you.
We're big fans, so we're behind you all the way.
No, I appreciate it. Cheers.
Thank you so much. So for more with Cory Booker, check him out on waywire.com, which he's a founder of, and also genConnect.com.
Thank you.